started now. Okay, so to get to Buyside, you can start from logging into Moxie, and Buyside will be located at the top. And once you log in, this is where you can see your dashboard. If you haven't logged into here, it'll probably ask you to verify some information, just kind of like a profile. Once you accept, you'll show up here. This is the dashboard screen, and it'll have your buyers. These buyers are populated through Allen Tate website. So if you have someone with a saved search on there, they will show here, or Real Scout. And if you add buyers specifically into Buyside, they will populate here. Some of these you can actually see where they come from. I know it does say Real Scout. Obviously, not a lot of agents set up buyers on the Allen Tate website. So I believe it'll say allentate.com if they have a buyer from there. So to add a firm exclusive, so let's say you got the firm exclusive listing and you want to be able to promote it to Allen Tate agents across the company. At the top, you'll want to go to add, and then you can click add listing. Once you'll get there, you'll see this that says listings will be coming to the MLS soon. I've asked 3 different sources from marketing, Maggie Evans, a part of professional development, and one of the Moxie people. You can ignore this. This is not like they're not going to flag you if you say you're putting it on the MLS and you don't. I don't know why it says this, but it doesn't do anything. So it doesn't change anything. It doesn't automatically upload it to the MLS without your permission at all. It just kind of sits there. I feel like they should just get rid of that because a lot of agents are like, "Whoa, I'm not putting this on the MLS."
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What's the benefit of us putting it in firm exclusive?
So if you are going to do a firm exclusive, you're very limited in the marketability of it in terms of letting agents know, showings. So we can obviously, word of mouth is a good way of doing it. But with this, it can reach everyone across the Allen Tate company.
Why would we do that for our clients?
Well, I guess the question was, why wouldn't you want to do that for your clients?
Why would I want to do a firm exclusive whenever I would only be able to market to?
Right. So in this market, I've heard some strategies where people have said, I have a listing and we're doing what we're supposed to, and we get 60 showing requests, and my clients still live in that house, and we're getting 20 plus offers in the first 2 days, and my sellers are stressed. So some people kind of do a couple days on firm exclusive just to kind of see, and then if they don't get any action, then they'll go live. So that's a way to kind of mitigate that, just nonstop, you know, kind of like.
Could that also be something where you're sort of testing the market for the price?
Right.
So if you put it out on firm exclusive
Mm-hmm.
and you tell your sellers, we really need to be at 450, and they say, oh no, my house is worth 500. Okay, put it out to firm exclusive at 500. You might get some feedback from Allen Tate agents that say, oh no, that's way too high. You can then, before you actually hit the market, you can go back to your seller and say, the agents have spoken, what do you want to do?
That's great. Okay, cool. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard different strategies. But yeah, that would be a good one too. I'm trying to think if there's like another
So
way.
never mind.
You could have a situation where I know a lot of, I don't even know what you want to call them. I wouldn't want to say purely celebrities, but maybe like public figures who are listing their house would want to do a firm exclusive. Obviously, that's a very low chance of, I mean, not saying it'll never happen, but there might be a situation when they say, yeah, I only want like a select few people being able to see it. I just don't want like strangers coming in my house and stealing stuff. So I've heard of that before.
You could promote is, hey, this is only for Allen Tate agents, which that's going to be a professional agent. There's going to Bonnie's, yes,
Yeah.
that's okay. Where you can tell your sellers, we know who these agents are, and they are going to be bringing pre-qualified buyers and, doing following the rules and doing the right thing.
Okay, one more quick question.
Sure.
The money back guarantee, does that have to be another Allen Tate agent?
I don't know.
Yes.
So in that case, that would be a good reason to have firm exclusive, because
Yep.
you want to do money back guarantee to offer that to somebody.
I actually didn't know that. So.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, when you do get your listing and you're inputting it here, it's actually a whole lot simpler. This is all you have to put in. 4 little sections. It's just the street name, address, county, school district, bedrooms. They've got bathrooms. They've got even the halves. Property type, single family, detached, condo, townhome, mobile home, adult community, co-ops, farms, and then land. So plenty of options. Age, I don't know if this is necessarily, I don't know. I mean, but you could specify it as new construction and then just give the general age of the home. Approximate lot size. So they have like less than a quarter, about a quarter, a little over a quarter, a little over half, 3/4 acres, and so on. Listing description. This could be like the public/agent remarks area. Asking price. This will be what you would list it at. Selling broker commission. This would be for the buyer agent. So you would do 2.5%, 3%, whatever. You decide with your seller. And then live on MLS and showings will start on. So these two are also, I had to ask about, you can ignore these as well. So when it says live on MLS, I could put today, I could put, I think it's 3 months ahead is the furthest it goes. So I could put here theoretically. And then showings will start. I guess this would count as well, but a lot of the firm exclusives are agent, like, hey, you can come here. This is when you can come in. So you can put that whenever, if it is the actual showing date or not. And then I guess you could put offers reviewed on. I haven't really seen a lot of agents utilize this feature. It may be beneficial. But yeah, I mean, you could still use it too. So you can come back and edit it later. Then at the bottom, this is where you would upload your images. So you can just use this. If you can still have a photographer or whatever, and when you get those, you can add those here. So it goes up to 20. But they still need to be high resolution, or at least a minimum. A certain amount. So then you'll just add listing, and since I don't have one, I'm just gonna go pull up one of my old ones. And then once it goes in, you'll go to the My Listings tab, and I'll just pull up one of my old ones. So let's sit here in active. I'm gonna just show you what it would look like when you do have it, because whether it's pending, active, or archived, they all look the same in terms of looking in it. So here's the listing profile. You'll start to then see all your details here based on what you put. And then it'll show this matching buyers. So what's great about Buyside in general, even for MLS based listings, once you put this in, and you may actually notice if you're looking at Buyside for the first time, any of your listings that you have that have gone through, processing and show up here will retroactively show up. So you can look and see what it looks like on one of your old listings, even though you didn't put it in here, it automatically connects to you and adds on. So, and this is always live data, even though this listing was back in February 2020. I'm still seeing active searches right now. So yeah. And a lot of agents may have received this type of email. I may have the perfect listing for your buyer. I'm sure a lot of agents are like, what is this? Is this spam, or is this? Right now, these are agents who don't customize the email that they send out to all the buyers agents and just send it, hoping that it that they get actual feedback and responses. So they do have this filled out for you, but I would recommend saying, hey, 2-bed home or 3-bed home in the so-and-so area, sellers, whatever, ready to move. I don't know. Already, yeah, firm exclusive, yeah. So, and then you'll see all these buyer IDs listed here, and you'll see them on the left side. They match both sides of this. 5548046 is the same one right here. So they kind of line up side by side. So if I click on this buyer's ID, pulls up a Shelly Spates. I don't know who this is. Could be, I don't know. She's not in any offices I go to. So I can directly contact her and say, hey, I see that you have a buyer who is looking in the 150 to 350 range. And kind of just say, hey, here's a listing that may interest you. And then you can contact them directly if you want. If you didn't know, you can get any, oh yeah, I know her. She's at South Park. If you didn't know, you can get any Allen Tate's agents through the directory off of Attic. So most of the time you are able to send them emails through here, but I can't because it's an archive listing. But you should be able to contact them directly through here, or you can go through the Allen Tate directory and reach out to them personally. Let's see, I'm trying to think what else. You will notice on this column where it has more information or criteria listed. So for this buyer, it says they have 100% match and they're on Real Scout right now. And it kind of gives like a little bit of rundown of their criteria. And when it says 100% match, it's basically saying based off their criteria, the listing meets every like metric of their criteria. So they're looking for a 2+ bed and bath. So this is a 2+. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath for around 350. I think it was 150 to 350. So this fits in that range in the Mecklenburg area, 28227, which is exactly where this is. And you can kind of go through and look at all the matching buyers, and then you'll see some of them have like lower percents. So if you do have your own buyers, you'll see that right here it says your buyer. So I actually have an active buyer who is looking in this. So I could do, a dual agency potentially if both parties are okay with that. And then you'll see, so here's another buyer I have. So yeah, we've got, I think it said 80 total buyers for this listing.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I wish we had this when I did have the listing because we struggle with it.
So this is anybody that's went under Allen Tate and put their search in for their buyer clients. It'll automatically show you when those particular buyers are matching for you
Yes.
for your listing.
Mhm.
And then do you contact just the agent, or well, I guess you would have to just contact the agent. There's no way to send it to the actual buyer themselves.
Yeah,
is it?
we have no ability to contact the buyer directly. This will go directly to the agent.
Okay.
Now, I will say, this is outside of just firm exclusive, that there are other firms or agents who participate in Buyside. A lot of the data is within that combination of the participating firms. However, with firm exclusive, it is exclusively Allen Tate agents, so you don't have to worry about that. I've double checked on that based on what professional development has told me in marketing. So in this scenario, I would see another agent who isn't, let me see, might be at the bottom. Maybe not. There might be another agent from another office on a public, MLS listing. But when it comes to firm exclusive, guaranteed that it will only go to Allen Tate agents. Let's see. And then before we move on to Chatter, I'll show you how everyone can find the firm exclusives whenever you want. So once you're here or back at the dashboard, you can go to find and then go to find non-MLS listings. And it appears we have 15 right now. So someone just added one this morning. I believe it's this one right here, Cheryl's Ford. So this shows you the entire map of North and South Carolina for the
Click on find non-MLS listing.
yes. So I can see this one in Greensboro. They've got 3 in the Lake region, or well, multiple in the Lake region. So they got here in Cornelius and Mooresville. Scrolling down, we've got one here in like the Noda Plaza Midwood area, and then Uptown's got one in the 3rd Ward. And there's one over here. So this is a way to look for them. And then on the left, when you see the actual column, and you can actually sort through if you want at the top. But when you're looking at the listings, kind of like the preview, you'll see that it actually shows that this property has 13 matching buyers. And it'll actually put if there's one matching any of your buyers' criteria. So that might be a quick visual way to say, oh, okay, let me look into this a little bit more and see if I can, find a buyer for where's listing. So here I have one here. So I can open the listing. Where's this in was this in, I think this was the one in the 3rd Ward. So I can actually contact her directly and say, hey, I have a buyer who matches your firm exclusive. I'd like to schedule a showing, or I've already shared this with my buyer. See if they can share with any more information or when they can do some showings. So yeah, that's how you can find it, and then be able to see who the agent is and contact them directly.
So you'd only be able to schedule shows with the agent, not through Showtime, right?
I have no clue how that works.
Probably not, because if it's not on MLS.
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a Showtime.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Very good.
So yeah, that's how you can find them, and I really recommend if you do have one, put it here. The more data we have, the better. The more reliable people can come here and actually find them. And it takes, with only like no more than 12 entry points, it can be done in less than 5 minutes. And then you can upload your photos later if you want. Some of these don't even have photos.
Do you have any idea how many actual firm exclusives we had
Versus this, I have no clue.
Right, because you just wouldn't know
Right.
unless they actively market it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this is definitely probably the more reliable way. Reason why I say that is now we're moving on to Chatter, and we all know most agents just ignore Chatter.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Can you go over, before you even dig in there, how you can hook your Chatter up to your email?
What do you mean?
You
Just got to look at it. I think people just see from Chatter and then.
I look at it sometimes if let's say it's on my phone, I can't access Salesforce via my phone.
Oh.
So I have to log in to see what the firm exclusive is or how much it costs. So that's kind of like, by the time I remember to do that.
There is an app for it.
I think I have. Okay, that's true.
So if you didn't know, Salesforce Chatter does have an app.
But you can also, because I get all mine for whatever groups, you can specify whatever groups, and you can have it sent to your email.
Oh, all mine are set to my email. I don't even know if you can turn that off.
I think that you do have to click like. Go to your email.
Oh, I don't remember ever doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can show. So I'll go to my MTS group. I do know that if you're in a group, when you see every post, so yeah, you can change the frequency of when you get emailed or when that you get notified. Because I think with like all Charlotte Greater Region, I have it on daily, which means that I get one email and it has everything that was posted there showing one, and then there's a weekly one, which I think is a little too infrequent. I don't know what limit it does, but at least with our group, I know we have to be somewhat active on there. I need to know a response fairly quickly, or somebody may run into an issue that I need to know about. But yeah, that's a way that you can kind of manage, how often.
I sure would like everybody to see what we post.
Yeah, I would too. Maybe with the firm exclusive stuff, people would be eventually more inclined to check Chatter. So recently, Alan Tate, I mentioned this at a sales meeting briefly. Was it like beginning of March, I think? about they introduced streams. So you'll find that here on this column. And if you want to add a stream, and you can see that I have firm exclusive up here twice because I've been doing it as examples. I can probably delete them, but I'll just show you how you can add them. Okay, let me get back. Okay, so let's say I want to add a stream, and well, I'll explain what a stream is. So a stream is, if you're familiar with social media like Instagram, I think Facebook does it too, and I think Twitter. I'm not too familiar with Twitter and how that works. When you do the hashtag or pound symbol, do people still call it that?
No.
The pound sign? No, but that's what it is though, right?
MC Realtor.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what the hashtag is, the symbol, the pound number symbol, whatever. I mean, I'm only 26, all right? That's what I've always called it. So a lot of phrases that follow this, so if I just, hashtag or whatever, realtor, anytime someone puts the phrase realtor, that'll show up. You're basically following any post that has that. Did you just get a haircut?
Looks good.
Oh, sorry.
What you gotta do like yours.
So I guess associate hashtags with stream and vice versa for chatter. So if I wanted to look up firm exclusives, so I'll title this firm exclusives or firm exclusive records to follow. This is basically saying that you're following a certain type of record, which basically either means post or like some people can do polls. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a poll on Chatter yet. So you're searching for files, or you're basically going through the catalog of every post on Chatter within the groups that you follow, and it'll basically highlight each post that has the subject that you're looking for. So what you want to do is do topics. And then once you're on topics, all you would do is firm exclusive. So there's a few on here, but I'm just going to do firm exclusive. And then you can notify me every post or never. So every post would be every time someone puts the phrase firm exclusive. Never would mean that it just sits there and you can like go look at it and see what shows up eventually. I probably, I don't see why you wouldn't want to put every post, because there's not that many firm exclusives, because you never know. It might be the one.
You gotta know about it.
Yeah.
If you don't go look, you'll miss it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be the one for, a buyer that's been waiting a while to get an opportunity.
So when you click on this, what my
So I'll save it, and then it click. And yesterday there was a firm exclusive listed here. I believe this is the one in like South Charlotte. Let's see. So here's one that was posted 15 hours ago in Belmont. I don't think she has it on Buyside. I didn't see that one. So the MTSs for each office are reaching out to anyone who we hear or see talk about a firm exclusive, and we try to get them to put it in Buyside just to help, because some people don't know about it that well. So here's another one, March 18th, about a week ago, another firm exclusive.
Are you saying we need to put all of our listings in Buyside?
I would recommend it.
Okay, I ain't heard it yet. Okay. So much stuff to do,
Right.
like, wow. For some of them, you don't have to do that. It's already under contract. So
Right.
it doesn't matter. I need one more. I gotta get a better photo than one I got from Apple's. I don't like the photo. So I'm gonna wait till the sun comes back out. Take a better photo.
So what did you click on? You clicked on all Allen Tate, or?
It'll do for the groups that you're in. So everyone should be in all greater Charlotte region. You guys would also be Concord, bulletin board, which I wouldn't post anything in bulletin board ever. I think that's only for like the company to post stuff. And all Allen Tate, which I probably wouldn't post that there either. But again, I think those three should be the ones where you guys generate the most results from. All these are all greater Charlotte region. So this is probably where I would recommend posting it if you were to get one. Yeah, we're starting to see people use it a little bit more. So within the last.
So Colby, it's Takeda. A couple of people have from other Tate offices have asked me, please do it as a firm exclusive. But I'm a little confused about, so I know you can put it on as a firm exclusive for a period of time, but then I've been told if the word gets out and other people call you, you need to immediately put it in MLS. Is that sort of what people are hearing about?
Oh, too bad Cindy just walked away to be able to answer that question.
Okay.
Based on what I know, this isn't, I don't know, this is based on what I remember. If you have a firm exclusive and as soon as it is marketed to someone else outside of the firm and another company, not like if you have a buyer but you haven't signed buyer's agency, I don't think that matters. I don't think that technically counts. Might need to check on that. But if you accidentally, let's say, market it on Facebook and another agent from another office is like, oh, wow, I'd like to come see that, then you have it 24 hours or one business day or whatever, one day to put it on the MLS. Because now you're marketing it to multiple firms. So you need to, I guess it's like not fair, I guess, if,
Kind of like coming soon.
Yeah.
Once you let one person see it, you gotta let everybody see
Yeah.
What do they call that? Equal
Opportunity. Fair housing.
It's a new thing they come out with. Anyway, that's something NAR come out with.
Well, I caught some people cheating on coming soon last week. When you go in to make an appointment, there were appointments showing, but yet it's saying that showings weren't going to start until April 1st. So how is that possible?
Maybe they put in a schedule.
She say people showing?
She's saying that on showing times there were like blocked out portions. It could be like a schedule where there's
confirmed.
Oh, confirmed. Oh,
in green, yeah.
Art, isn't that yours though? When it's in green?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's yours, Takeda.
Do what?
You got some showings to go to.
It could be confirmed showing your confirmed showing.
I don't know.
And it does do that, though, you're right.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
I
I
don't.
thought she's getting mixed up. She didn't realize she had.
I don't think you could see, I don't think it's confirmed. It would just be black. If you couldn't schedule it.
That's right.
Well, everything on this particular one, everything was blacked out except there were little green spots over this past week that had like green confirmed.
After she was showing a house that day.
Were you showing houses that day?
No, because I couldn't get in to show this one because it was coming soon.
Were you showing other houses? Is the question being asked.
Oh,
That's okay. If
maybe.
you started to fight with another agent, they probably deserved it anyway. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay. I see your point. Is that Chisholm?
Yeah.
Yes.
It shows the house, it shows you're confirmed at a time on another house. It automatically.
Yeah, it does. Duh.
My next response is gonna be just report them, I guess.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
This is good though. I like that you can search for that.
Yeah, you can. So some of the other things that they're trying to promote people setting streams for is like buyer needs. So if you have, I can.
I see that quite often, actually.
Yeah, buyer need, rain tree. I have a client's moving back to the area. They want to live in Raintree. So you kind of just say like, I have a buyer looking for this, unique situation or just any, something coming up. So this might be something else you can do coming soon as well. So, Tim Kukla, who's at South Park, who is really getting into the hashtags. But yeah, so you'll see buyer needs, you'll see other like things kind of pop up in certain posts. I forget the other one. There's hot list, which is one, but I don't really know what that means. I think that's just a mix of everything. I don't know what specifically that's supposed to stand for.
They need to keep it consistent so they're not overlapping.
Right. And then, yeah, you could also do, I guess you could do like areas. So you could say like Uptown or, like Davidson or the Lake Norman.
So when they're hashtagging something in Chatter,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do a string, you're gonna see all the things that they're hashtag, but also if you just do a string for firm exclusive, even if they don't hashtag it, you're
Right.
still getting.
Right.
Because you're really so you don't need to hashtag.
Technically, but it's good to
In
stay consistent.
Chatter.
They may fix it. I don't know. So
Then we have to make sure everybody
hash,
has that hashtag.
that's why we're just saying doing it that way. So if you didn't hear, she's basically saying sometimes she saw some or has noticed that some don't have any hashtags. So this one came all the way from 2019. He has buyer need, but he didn't do a hashtag. So theoretically, you do not need the hashtag, but it's just
Kind of good.
it's
because
good
they're
practice.
hashtagging
Yeah. God, that scared me. I was like, who is that? No, you're fine. I thought it was silverware. We have a dog show up for training.
Not everybody wants you.
Mm.
wants you.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in here in a
I just
while.
stopped to pick up a few things, so I'll let him come in. And he got caught up in Mike up there.
Mm.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah.
I have this all day.
God, where's y'all been?
He's right. He's at every door trying to get in.
Mhm.
All right, come on, let's let everybody get back to work. Hey, you're faster.
I think he's gained a little bit of weight for those months.
I don't think the pandemic's been good.
Yeah. It's the COVID pounds.
So when he gets really short, he's a little bit. Okay, that's enough. Come on,
I
let's
just
get
got
everybody.
one too.
I think it's sad that I haven't seen him in a while.
We're afraid he might have chunked up a little bit, but we gotta try to fix that. Yeah, he doesn't.
Thank you.
All right, let's see you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, if you get loose from Genie, he popped in my door.
That's funny. But yeah, so you theoretically do not need, it'll look up any phrase that has whatever you put in there. So if you said waterfront, anytime someone just put waterfront, if it's water space front, or I don't know if it can be interrupted or whatever, if as long as it's back to back somehow, I think it'll find it. Because this will go all the way back to, I don't know, what is this, 2014 buyer need. But yeah, so the more people use it, the more data will be there and the more useful it'll be. So it's probably just good practice to just do buy side. Doesn't take that long to do, to put in a listing, and you can edit it as you go. And then just throwing it up on Chatter. You can do it regularly. I want to say this agent here posts this quite regularly. I think she does at least 2 to 3 times a week. Let me see. So she may delete them in the repo. Nope, she posted it here. So that's pretty much everything. Does anyone else have any questions? Feel free to unmute or put it in the chat.
I downloaded the app for Salesforce, so.
There you go.
It's solving all my problems. But I gotta go.
Chisholm say,
He said he thinks you learned something.
tell him I owe him one.
Alrighty, well, if you have any other questions, I'm still at the office. I have some time today, so feel free to email me or text me or call me. Again, if you get a firm exclusive and you want to make sure you're doing all the right things, of course, I'll sit down with you, Zoom, phone call, and make sure you're doing it right. Well, thanks for coming. Hopefully this was helpful. Gives you guys some options to kind of talk about with your sellers to make sure that that you understand what you're able to do and how to market their listings. So don't have to worry about, well, we'll just put it out there and hopefully people within our firm will know about it.
No, I didn't want to do that.
All right, let's stop recording.